Hello, Bertha. Welcome back. I am so glad to see you.
Okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are...
And how have you been?
Okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional
Oh,
characters, right? And most of
oh,
this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these strong
oh.
characters, right? And most
So you're watching Chinese historical dramas on TV?
Okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right?
That sounds very interesting. And are you enjoying them?
And most of this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these strong emotions in you. Do you accept that?
Bertha, are you crying?
So you do know, Bertha, these are...
Bertha, here. Here, have a tissue, have a tissue. It's okay to cry
So you do know, Bertha, these are...
over a TV program. It's okay. Here you go.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably...
I'll have one too.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And
Now, what is bringing you to tears, Bertha?
so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And
Oh, they always have tragic endings.
so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this...
Someone always dies.
Okay, well, okay,
One of the main two characters.
so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
Oh, darn. That sounds very sad.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably
Are
fictional...
you still crying, Bertha?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional...
Oh, well, I have to wonder, Bertha. Are watching these shows good for you?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably...
Wouldn't you rather watch something more festive, more lighthearted, a little less emotional?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these strong emotions in...
Oh, you like to cry.
So you do know, Bertha, these are...
Oh, I see. Okay. And why do you like to cry?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right?
Because you understand that there are people who have it worse in the world?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted.
Oh, okay, well, okay. So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these strong emotions in you. Do you accept that? Do you feel comfortable with that knowledge that this isn't, what other people might call real life?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right?
Goodness knows there's enough sadness in the world now. I just don't know why you would put yourself through something that makes you sob this hard.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted and...
Because the men have long, beautiful hair.
So you do know, Bertha,
The Chinese historical characters.
these are probably fictional...
Oh my. Well, but they end up dying.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional...
Oh. I don't know, Bertha. I feel like you might want to consider maybe some lighthearted comedies.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted.
Oh, you don't want to laugh.
Okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right?
You want to cry.
Okay, well, okay, so you do know...
I'm almost tempted to say, well, then why are you crying about it? Do you sort of get what I'm... That would be so unhelpful, wouldn't it? Why are you crying about crying?
Okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are...
Yeah, so unhelpful.
Okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are probably...
Well, if you are happy crying, see, that doesn't work either. Ooh, if you are content crying, if you are satisfied crying, then I suppose there's nothing really wrong with that. How often would you say that you cry in a week on these Chinese historical dramas?
Okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
Every day? Twice a day? At least?
Oh, okay, well, okay, so you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for my voice to go up. Every day, twice a day at least.
Okay, so you do know...
God, that sounds like a lot of crying, Bertha. Again, if this is what you want to do, if you feel that you're not willing to make a change in this area, for instance, watch something a little more lighthearted, if you in fact enjoy crying,
so you do know, Bertha, these are...
I think that's what you should do until you're tired of it, right?
so you do probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted.
Just make sure you keep a lot of tissues at hand.
Okay, well, okay. So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional.
Yes, I am going to write this down. You betcha, Bertha.
Well, okay. So you do know.
Watching TV shows.
Well, okay. So you do know, Bertha.
I'm sorry. Yes, that is important. They're Chinese historical dramas. Got it. Historical dramas. And
You do know, Bertha, that these are
and
probably fictional.
crying often
You know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters, right?
at the tragedies. Do you think that I've captured your situation accurately in those words? Okay.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are.
Is there anything else I can help you with on that topic?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably.
You want me to watch one?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably.
Oh. So, Bertha, I don't have a lot of TV time at home. It's not that I don't love TV, but my husband watches football 12, 15 hours a day. And we only have the one TV. So, I don't get much chance to watch TV. But if I do, I'll go ahead and watch one of those shows. Would you like that?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional.
Then I'll get to see what all the crying's about.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
Okay. I'd like to continue our discussion from 3 weeks ago. How did your adventures in online dating go? Did you try a new site?
You do know, Bertha, that these are.
You did?
So you do know, Bertha.
Wonderful. And how are things going there? Did you have any more luck with this site than you did the other?
You do know, Bertha, that these are probably.
Oh, you got lots of messages and likes. Oh, that's exciting. Are you excited about that?
So you do know, Bertha.
You are.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are.
You were.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
You have hopes? Well, can you tell me anything about your experiences? Is there anything that you enjoyed? Did you meet someone that you liked?
Okay, well, okay. So you do know.
A retired Air Force general? My goodness, Bertha. Well, that's pretty impressive.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is.
I didn't know that you had been in the Air Force as an enlisted person. Okay, I did not know that about you, Bertha.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
Oh, but that was a problem during the first date?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably.
I don't understand. Why would that be if you were both Air Force? That seems like you had a lot in common.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
When he found out you had been in the Air Force, he said he could not date you because of fraternization. Fraternization. Officers aren't allowed to date enlisted people in the military.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are.
You said he's retired and you're not in the military anymore. Obviously, you're 70. Why would that be fraternization?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters, right? And most.
Once an officer, always an officer? Okay. I thought the Marines said that. What do I know?
So you do know, Bertha, that these.
He did what?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
He asked you to call him sir?
You do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
Ooh, Bertha, I'm not comfortable with that.
That these are probably
No,
fictional
I
characters.
can see you weren't comfortable with it either.
So you do know, Bertha, that these
Okay.
are probably fictional characters.
And then he asked you to open the door for him when you left the restaurant?
So you do know, Bertha.
Oh, Bertha, I am so sorry. He sounded so promising, but no, it does sound like there's definitely some issues there. Well, that's just a shame. Are you going to try some more dates?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
Uh-huh.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
So one fella still lives at home with his mom in his 40s. That's a young fella, isn't it?
You do know, Bertha, that these are.
And you don't care for fellows who work out a lot because you don't work out?
Probably fictional characters.
Okay, that's your choice. And
You know, Bertha, that these are.
you're interested in somebody who's a lumberjack. Oh, okay. Well, this is Washington. That's what they do. They cut down trees. Yes, they do. Well, that's a steady job. There's a future in that job, isn't there? Well, can you tell me some more about some of the other persons that you're interested in?
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these strong emotions in you. Do you accept that? Do you feel comfortable with that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my snack time. Would you like an apple?
So you do know, Bertha.
No?
So you do know.
Too healthy?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters. These are probably fictional
Oh, a fellow with a motorcycle. Oh, boy, I'd be afraid to get on the back of a motorcycle, too. Oh, I hear you, girl. I hear you. I got a little bit of a stomach ache from my apple. I'm just going to take a few.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these.
No, I am writing.
So
I'm writing names. Danny, David. What if I just write the names? Then can you remind me the next time we talk about what you like or don't like about them? Because you don't really want me to write about each one, right? You're keeping that information, right? That would be better if you kept that information. Sure.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably
I think
fictional
it
characters.
would be better if you kept that information for yourself. Oh, well, that's beautiful, Bertha. That's beautiful. This is a new purchase? Oh no, you've had this. You just want me to try it on? Okay. No, if that's okay, Bertha. I don't think that's really appropriate. That's not what we're really here for. I sure do appreciate that, though. Thank you so much. You just keep this for yourself. This looks better with your skin tone anyway.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
So you were saying I was wearing the same clothing last time? Well,
Okay, well, okay. So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
does that offend you, Bertha? Does it bother you that I have the same clothing?
Okay, well, okay. So you do know, Bertha, these are.
I hope that my attire isn't distracting you from the work we're doing here. I do prefer to wear neutral colors, and I'm not sure I should disclose this. Again, it's personal, but I do want to practice transparency. I want to show you what it's like to be open and honest, how I might do that. I don't make a lot of money as a therapist, hardly anything, and I don't have a lot of clothing.
So you do know, Bertha, these are.
No, my husband doesn't work. As I mentioned, he watches football for 15 hours a day. So, we live on mine. Enough about me. We're not here for me.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
You say that my clothing is depressing you.
So you do know, Bertha, these are.
Well, goodness, Bertha, is that insurmountable? Is that something you're not going to be able to cope with? Let's explore that.
Okay, well, okay. So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And.
Yes, I know that you like bright colors. I see that about you, and I appreciate your bright colors. I would hope that you could appreciate my need to be neutral, to sort of blend in.
So you do know, Bertha.
And that's why you offered me the bracelet. That is so kind of you, it truly is. But again, I don't wear jewelry, do I?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And
Just real quick.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
I'm feeling flushed.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters, right? And most of this is scripted.
Oh,
So you do know, Bertha, these
okay, well,
are.
I don't have a fever. I certainly felt like I did.
So you do know, Bertha, these are.
I'm sorry. I'm back. My goodness gracious, I'm back. Oh, go ahead and let's drop this conversation about my attire, and let's get back to you, Bertha. Now, there was one item that the admin office asked me to talk to you about, and that is your insurance. You do need to stop by and probably pay. Your insurance failed to pay for your last session, and I don't know if they're going to cover this one, but we'll need you to take care of that.
So you do know, Bertha, these are.
It sounds very mercenary. It certainly does. I hear you.
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
So you're thinking that therapists don't really care about you, that I don't really care about you?
So you do know, Bertha, these are probably fictional characters.
Well, as I mentioned, I don't make a lot of money, so the healthcare group I work for, they certainly get their dime, don't they? And then there's whatever pennies they throw at me.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters.
So we'll need you to do that. Before I see you again, that will have to be sorted out. Yeah.
So you do know, Bertha,
Yes.
that these are probably fictional characters, right?
Yes.
And most of this is scripted and kind of designed to elicit these strong emotions in you. Do you accept that? Do you feel comfortable with that knowledge that this isn't, what other people might call real life? Goodness knows there's enough sadness in the world now. I just don't know why you would put yourself through something that makes
Yes.
you sob this hard.
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
So you do know,
Well,
Bertha, that
goodness.
these are probably fictional
Okay.
characters, right?
No, he doesn't sound like he's going to work out, does he? Not one little bit. Mm-mm. That guy sounds like a real loser.
So you
No.
do know, Bertha,
What?
that these are probably fictional characters.
In this stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. No, he sounds like he's not going to be a good fit for you. I'm back. Whoa! I don't know where I went, girl. Mm-hmm.
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably
Why do I
fictional
keep calling you girl? I have no idea.
So
You
do
are
know,
my
Bertha, that
last
these
appointment for the
probably
day, and I am exhausted. I have no idea what's going on. Let me see. Eggs, milk. Let me. I gotta jot down just eggs, milk, bread. What else I gotta get? Bread, chips, football snacks. What?
So you do know, Bertha, that
Yes.
these are probably
Yes.
fictional characters, right? And most of it.
Oh well, that's our time together. Oh my goodness, Bertha. It seems so short, didn't it? Mm-hmm.
So you do know,
Yes.
Bertha, that these are
Okay,
probably fictional
well, you, like I said, you're my last, let me get my keys. You're my last visit of the day. Give me keys, and, thank you so much. Work on, work on something. Maybe not worrying about what I'm wearing. Work on that, and, I'll see you later. Bye!
So you do know, Bertha, that these are probably fictional characters, right?